So she's soaking. Alright. We'll move on to the lip cleanse. So Anna looks like she's wearing a bit of lip something. See it? It's coming off, right? So in this case, instead of just doing water, I'm gonna go back in with the actual lip cleanse now, okay? You'll know if your client is wearing lipstick or lip liner or lip gloss or anything like that, okay? That's done. Notice my hand is always staying in contact with my client's face, right? One hand is still there, right? Got the lip cleanse, and then I'm gonna pass that here. That's just gonna take off any residue. Don't be afraid to rub your client's lip because you wanna make sure that it comes off, okay? There's nothing left.
So it would be uncomfortable.
What?
Because I did on Tiara yesterday. She was screaming.
But it's about your pressure,
Yeah.
okay? So Anna, does this hurt you when I do that? Does it feel uncomfortable? Okay, all right. But I'm using my finger to put some pressure on there. I'm not pressing down on her, okay? If I do this and her mouth opens or her lip pulls away, then I'm not doing my job properly, okay? That's why I'm steadying my hand here and anchoring her, because if I did this, do you see the difference? Right? If I do this, see? Okay? So that's why you always use that hand there, right? So this is done. Come back. Anchor that pad. And then you clean off. Okay? Rolling that. Okay? And then okay? Right. And then I can move this off with a sweeping motion away from the eye. Okay? You can readjust this, okay? And then you anchor it down. And then a sweeping motion away from the eye, okay? So I have just completed my eye and lip cleanse, all right? So, pre-cleanse. What is the pre-cleanse? Spoke about it yesterday, right?
With water.
With water. Okay. Now, there is also an Eve Taylor product that says pre-cleanse on it. For those of you who haven't been in that cupboard, there is a pre-cleanse that you can use. Okay. So this is just for me to be able to do my analysis, right? So there's no specific way of doing this. You're just gonna go in and you're gonna clean the skin off of any impurities that it may have on it. Alright, just stop it. You're gonna get the neck also. Okay, make sure you get the neck under here. And then you're gonna pass this along. Now, I'm using 2 pads, okay? If you were using 1 pad, you would do one side of the face, all right? Here, and then you go in with the other pad and do the other side, okay? With 2 pads, I like it better because it gives the client a more balanced feeling, all right? Think about if you were having a massage done and someone's massaging one side of your body.
It'll feel weird.
It feels weird, right?
Yeah.
This way, she gets the whole experience like this, all right? And then you can see, She has no makeup on, but there is some dirt that I got off of there, okay? Now, this is gonna be even more cleaned when I do the actual proper cleanse, okay? So at this point, I can come in with my magnifying lamp. You're gonna make sure that your client's eyes are covered, okay? So you're gonna make sure your client's eyes are covered. Why am I doing that?
Because of the light.
Because of the light, okay? When I turn that light on, it's going to be a shock for my client, so I want to always make sure that I cover her eyes, okay? So I'm gonna tell my client what I saw, okay? I did the skin analysis. I saw that you have some open pores, all right? You've got open pores in your T-zone area. You have some comedones, so some blackheads. And you have 1 or 2 little white pustules, okay? I see you have sunspots also. You don't have any hyperpigmentation happening, which is good. And you do have some redness present, okay, in your T-zone area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna treat you today. I know you said in your consultation form that you have sensitive skin. So I'm gonna treat you for that. So I'm gonna be using the soothing line on you, okay? Mixed with the balancing line. So we can try and balance out all of that oils that you have happening. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I know where the top of my wheel is. I know the order in which I put my products. So I know that I'm going in that order, okay? So that's kind of what I was telling you guys. I don't need to mark it because I kind of know my products, okay? If you want, you put a little dot at the top so you know that's the top of your wheel, and then you go around in whichever direction whichever direction you choose to go, okay? So, alright, so what we're doing is we're warming our product up, we're making sure it's not cold when we put it onto the client. So this is the cleanse that we're gonna start now, okay? This is the short version of the cleanse that you have the video of online. And first you gotta apply your product to your client, okay? Pay attention to my pace for the cleanse because it's not a massage. All right, now you're actually gonna see me do it. You see the transition moves, okay? My product is a bit dry, so we're adding some slip to it, okay? That's your cleanse. Now with the towel, make sure you press. Alright, don't cover your client's nose, and then you're gonna remove. Okay, as you go along. Remember I said use your pockets. Okay, make sure you get your client's nose properly and the back of their ears. This, make sure that fold is away from the front where you need, okay? And then I'm going to clean my client's shoulders, décolleté, their neck, okay? All right, so she's all cleansed. Okay. And then I'm going to wet my hands, okay? Because the activating factor for the exfoliant is my hands being wet, okay? The exfoliant is the powder in this case. So I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna apply. Now there's no actual special movement to this. You're exfoliating the face. You want to make sure you do quick movements, exfoliate. Any of the movements that you have learned are good for this, okay? You also don't want to be too rough on your clients, but you don't want to be too slow at the same time. Don't close their nose off. You don't actually have to wrap the face for this one, it's fine. Okay, you're just removing, okay? Now, if you look, there's still product on the side of her face. You gotta make sure you get all that product off, okay? And you're gonna make sure you clip behind the ears, okay? Look at it. There's product here. Make sure you get it off and clip behind the ears, okay? You don't want to leave product hanging there. And then you get on the nose, okay? Product always remains on the corner of the nose there, so you want to make sure that's taken off, okay? So that is your exfoliation. Oops. It's plugged on, yeah? So I'm just gonna put some spritz, so you're gonna feel a light mist coming over your face now. Okay. At this point, my steam is turned on. It's gonna start working shortly, but I'm gonna reapply this, okay? See, my client's hair is exposed. I don't want to get any product in her hair. I'm going to be putting a mask on soon for her. So I want to make sure that is all covered. Now this isn't wet. I can reuse it. All right? It just needs to be tightened. Okay, so you can lift your head gently for me. Bend down. See? All new. See? Now, I'm gonna tell the client I'm gonna be putting you under steam. Okay. We can stop the video because I don't need to take the full 10 minutes off our steam. Okay. So when you're positioning your steam, all right, you want to make sure your steam is positioned in a way that is hitting the chin. The chin. Because what happens when it hits the chin, it's going to now bounce off the chin and do this to the face. So it's hitting the chin here and it's bouncing off like that. So very lightly. Make sure that's spread evenly. And then she continues steaming for 1 to 10 minutes or so.
Breathing, and that was a mission.
It's fine. That's why.
Alright. So Anna is done there. I'm just going to wipe her face off now.
Why need to wipe off the face?
Because it's very slippery and there's serum on it.
Serum, we need to wipe.
I'm gonna extract, right?
Oh.
Okay, your tissue. Okay, gonna wrap this. Gonna always make sure that your fingertips, whichever finger you're using, are wrapped. Okay, it's loose on my hand so that I can move my fingers with it and I could change the position of the paper. Okay, so I saw that there was one right here. So you're just gently using your side of your hands and you're pushing down, okay? And then you just get removed it. And you're gonna look at the skin. You're gonna find all of these little red ones, they're not ready to be touched, okay? So you're gonna get up the side of the nose.
the nose is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Uncomfortable place for your client, okay? See, it bursts, right? The tissue. So I'm just gonna do that. Come back in with a new spot. Don't ever let your nails touch your client when you're doing extractions, okay? So you wanna make sure that you get the nose. The nose is always a place that has lots and lots of. Anna's nose is pretty nice.
Yeah, what is those white stuff? Squeeze off your nose.
It's just a buildup of oil, sebum. Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of them. I just go like this and they all come out.
Mm-hmm. You want to make sure you check the chin. All right. Her skin is very clean. She just has topical. All right. There's this little white guy here. Get him. Okay. A lot of people don't do extractions in their facials, just by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you always have to do
No, you
extractions?
don't always have
Okay.
If your client doesn't have anything to extract, you don't need to be extracting, right?
Miss, when there is some white heads, we should extract that.
That's when
If
you
they're
have, like,
visible white
big
heads,
ones, yeah.
you can. If they're like what she has here, you can see there's a little bit of pimples coming up, but it's called what at that stage? Papule. All right, there's nothing in it, so it's not a pustule. It's not ready to be popped. Okay, papules you leave alone. You don't want to interfere with that. Okay, or else you're gonna damage your skin. So I'm just wiping off the tissue off of her face before I apply the mask. Gonna put a light spritz on your face. Okay, so again, you're gonna start the massage. You're gonna take a deep breath in, out, in, out, in, out.
do it again for you guys. Alright? If you want to come close and see, come close and see. You can always cut this out of the video. So you're using your fingers, okay? And you're gonna go like this and then cross. So that when you come back here, your hands are back on. Like this. And then cross. Okay? Got it? Okay. I'll cut that piece off. This cream is horrible, just by the way, Anna. I'm sorry. It's like, huh?
It just keeps drying.
It keeps drying up. I'm almost done. So when you're doing your mask, okay, I want long strokes, okay? You're gonna start at the chin and you're gonna bring that all the way back, okay? This is the correct way for mask application. You see, I picked up product and then I'm gonna take that down on the neck also. Your neck is part of this treatment, okay guys? And make sure you get that all the way back. Okay. Nose. Gotta get the tip of the nose too, okay? This little piece here, you gotta get that piece also. Don't get product in your client's nose. Make sure everything is covered. And you see when I'm applying the mask, I'm going right back also, okay? Right back on the sides. Right. And that's the application of the mask. Do you see my wheel? My product is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.